Big demonstrations been held in Birmingham, starting from Small Heath Park, finish line being the city centre of Birmingham. The protesters are here demanding a ceasefire 1 year on, freedom for the people of Palestine, and end the human rights violations and end the occupation. And we will be speaking to some of the protesters to find out their viewpoints.
Hello, I'm Iqbal Mohammed. I'm the independent MP for Dewsbury and Batley. I'm here today on a big march in Birmingham to protest against and call for an immediate ceasefire and an end to the killing and the genocide, and to push for peace in the Middle East and around the world, in Ukraine and Russia and elsewhere where there are wars and atrocities going on. We as a human race are going downhill fast, and it's time that we stopped the war machine controlling what happens around the world, and we need to focus more on working together and building a society of peace and coexistence.
Hello, I'm Shakila, Dudley Palestine Solidarity Group, and today we are out in our masses because we're demanding our government to finally sanction Israel to end all arms sales, not just suspend 3 licenses, but to completely end all arms sales and military support to Israel. We want Palestine recognised as a state. We want Palestinians to get the justice they deserve. Israeli officials in parliament debated whether raping Palestinians should be made legal. Our government, our leader Keir Starmer, has failed to call them out on this. It has failed to call them out on all the war crimes they have committed. They have failed to stand with humanity and the International Court of Justice. We want to see justice. We want to see the freedom of every Palestinian from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea. We demand justice and peace and an end to occupation and apartheid, an end to genocide. Thank you.
It's a real shame that 1 year on and we're still out here protesting out on the streets, asking for children not to be bombed. There was a time that we thought that it was Israel who was committing these crimes, but I think it's pretty clear now that they're not acting alone. This government is clearly complicit in the commission of those offences. These are clear genocide. Clear genocide is taking place with breaches of international human rights laws, and those are being sported by this country, by the UK and by the US quite clearly. Whether they're arming them by actually providing them with the arms, whether they're morally supporting them, whether they're funding them, but clearly they are not even prepared to condemn and call it out for what it is, which is a genocide. And this must stop, and we will carry on protesting until the lives of these innocent people are protected.
We came up from London today to come and support the protest that was happening here in Birmingham. There's at least 10 to 15,000 people that have come out to protest against the genocide that's taking place in Gaza, and also what's happening in Lebanon. The Israelis have gone into Lebanon. They're killing people. 2,500 people have been killed recently in recent weeks. And it must stop. We're asking for a ceasefire, we're asking for an end to the genocide and an end to the provocation in Lebanon. It must stop, and a ceasefire for all parties. That's what we're asking for.
Joining a march that's literally 4,000 or 5,000 people in attendance. This is after 12 months of genocide that's taking place in Palestine. We are calling for an immediate ceasefire, immediate ban to sales of arms in Israel. We, the local UK government, need to act on this, and we need to call for an immediate ceasefire now.
Hello, I'm really excited to be here today. It's been a year since the genocide in Gaza, and I think we're trying to build up more momentum in Birmingham, so it's great to see just people kind of uniting again and really showing their force on the streets in Birmingham.
Yeah, at the protest in Birmingham city centre, we've walked all the way from Small Heath Park in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Palestine. It's been over a year now since this genocide has taken place, and the IDF forces came into Gaza, and since then all they've done is destruction. We have to carry on doing what we're doing despite the Arab leaders of the world and the Islamic leaders who should be ashamed of themselves. The politicians, they should be ashamed of themselves. It needs to stop. It needs to stop.
Demonstrate our Jewish opposition to this genocide. This genocide is terrible, it's continuing, and the whole world is silent. We Jews, we are going to continue standing shoulder to shoulder with the Palestinians, with the Lebanese, with the persecuted by this Zionism. Zionism is a curse for mankind, for us Jews. for Palestinians, for Lebanese, for everyone. It's a curse and misfortune. We want the world to realize Zionism is bankrupt. We want the total world to realize it cannot carry on like this. It should push for an end to Zionism. Because Zionism does not want to make peace and can't make peace. And we want it finished speedily. We want to live in peace like we used to live prior to Zionism in the Holy Land, in Palestine. It can happen. Peace will win. Peace will win. We are sure about it. Judaism is for peace. Judaism is for respect, for justice, for faith in God, for faith in Almighty, not for politics, not for land grabbing, and for ethnic cleansing, and certainly surely not for genocide. This is not Judaism. Nothing can be further than the truth. Judaism is against genocide. And this is why we are here today. We are telling the world, this is not Judaism. This is not an interest for us Jews, for anyone in the world to carry on. This will be silence what's happening now.
So as you can see, we're here in the city of Birmingham. You can see behind me the many thousands of people who have come here to stand in solidarity with the innocent Palestinians. The time has come where our members of parliament must engage with their communities and listen to their communities. We have too many members of parliament who are subservient to their masters rather than the people who elect them in. Time has come for change. Every single one of us must be the change we want to see in this world.
I've come for this demonstration because we're going to be asked on the Day of Judgment about the kids in Palestine who are being slaughtered, and we need to do something. There is not much we can do, but whatever we can do, sitting at home is not going to solve any problems. So everybody needs to come out for every demonstration for the cause of justice and haqq, and believe in the justice. And if you're not coming out to fight for justice, you're complacent, then you are complicit also in the crime. Because being quiet now is a crime. For what's happening to kids in Palestine, it is a crime now to sit at home. So please come out and join the fight.